Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the part 7 of building your online portfolio. So this will be the last video of this series where we will cover the contact section and the footer as well. So yeah, let's just start it. So if we go here to our code editor, let's create another section in here after the My Project section, and we will call this. Let me just take this a bit off, and we're gonna call this the contact section. And for that, we're gonna put a div. It's gonna be after our project section, so we're gonna create a div for it. And inside of the div, we're gonna have a h2 with our contact. I don't know if I'm just going to put like this contact. Yeah, contact me. Yeah, can be like this, contact me. And okay, what else we're going to have in here? We can have some kind of, we can have a paragraph, and it's going to say something like this. Get in touch with me, or follow me on. Okay, and in here now we're gonna have a div, and in here we're gonna put our social media. So this is gonna be one div, two divs, and I'm gonna do the same in here. So I'm just going to explain these in a second, and probably I'm going to put a container in here as well. Div, you guys will see now what I want to do. Just try to put this down here. Okay, right. So let's just save this, refresh the page, and we have our contact me title. And we have some text in here, get in touch with me or follow me on. So in here, we're going to put our social media. If you guys remember, I think from the last video where we were using this kind of icons that they are like fonts. So this is what we're going to do in here. So for that, we're going to have something like this. I'm going to put a paragraph in here. So I'm going to put this in here, a paragraph, and after this I'm going to put another paragraph. Okay, so let's start putting, for example, some, let's go for these iron icons, and let's search in here now for Twitter, maybe if they have. Probably they have. Where is it? Social. Okay. Let's go with this one. That is like, okay. So we're going to put in here a class of this one. So this will be our Twitter. So I'm going to put in here in the text Twitter, and just down. If we want to like go to the next line on the same HTML element, we can just put the break tag. So it's something like this. So this is, imagine if you are writing down a long text. I'm just going to give you an example in here. If I just put like this text, and if I refresh the page, imagine that inside of this paragraph, I want this to break just like this. I can go in here and put a break tag, something like this, BR. And if I refresh the page, look how the text is breaking inside of the same element. So this is what the break tag serves for. So in here, we just want to put, let's just like delete all of these. I want to put Twitter, and then colon, and I'm going to put a break tag. This break tag is self-closing, as you can see. And then for my Twitter, where is my Twitter in here? My name is @devtelmo. So if I go in here and I put @devtelmo, let's refresh the page in here and see. Yeah, that's fine. So we did now this for Twitter. Let's do now the same for Instagram. So if you go in here now and look for Instagram, do we have any Instagram in here? Yes, we have. Let's go with this one, ion icon. So let's just put class. And let's write down in here. Let's just put this way. Okay. Let's say I'm gonna put now Instagram, and where is my Instagram? Is in here. So my Instagram, what was the name? I don't remember now. @Sampaio Travels. That's what I have in there. So if you go Instagrams, and I'm gonna put @Sampaio Travels. Let's refresh. There you go. So we have this. And now on the next line, we can put something, for example, for YouTube. Let's see if we have some YouTube in here. YouTube. Yeah, this is our YouTube. So I'm going to put in here class. Okay, so this is fine. I'm going to put another paragraph and another paragraph in here. And in here, I'm going to put YouTube, a break tag, so we can go to the next line. And in here, it's going to be I think my YouTube name is like Telmo87, so that should be it. And finally, what else do I have? Social media. If I go to my page, oh, I can put my LinkedIn. Yeah, probably I can put my LinkedIn. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. This is what we can put. Yeah, so I'm gonna put in here. Oops. I'm a bit lost. Yeah. Okay, so let's go in here for LinkedIn. Let's see if we can find some LinkedIn in here. It takes me a bit of time, you know, to go around, and maybe they don't have. It's in here, LinkedIn. Okay, so we can put the LinkedIn in here. So we're going to put class, this one, LinkedIn, and a paragraph. I'm going to put LinkedIn. It's not LinkedIn, it's LinkedIn. Comma, we're going to put our break tag. And in here, I'm going to put @Telmo Sampaio. But now we're going to put in here some links. So the links will be, so when someone clicks in these links, they will go to our actual social media. So let me just refresh the page in here to see how it looks like. Right, so this is looking good. This is what we want so far. So I'm going to put in here a class, first of all, of social container. Social container. And let's start styling all of these to make sure it looks okay. All right. This is okay. So social container. So let's go to our CSS. Let's copy this to know that we are in the correct section. And I'm going to put in here, this was the contact section. And let's target our social container. I want the social container to have a width of 80% of the page, to be display block is already. So what else do I want? I want the yeah, okay, I want the margin to be 0 auto. So margin 0 auto is just like to center this div on the page. Refresh. Okay, so all right, I put this class on the wrong place. It has to be in here on this container. Let's refresh. Okay, so now it's inside. It's better. Now we want our, let's give this a class of call1, and the other one is going to be a call2. This one is going to be a call2. I think I still want to do another column. I'm going to do a call3. In here, this is where we're going to put like my address, phone, or anything if they want to get in touch with me. So let's just refresh. Okay, let's just start giving these divs some kind of widths. So okay, so in style.css, I want to target my call1, my call2, and my call3. Okay, no, I don't need a comma. I want them to have a width of 33.33333 of the parent container. Of course, I want them to be display inline block, and I want them to float to the left. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's getting better. And now I want these, all right, I want these eyes to float to the left as well. Let me see if this is going to work. If I'm just going to put this social container eye, because I want to target just the eyes inside, and I want them to float to the left. Okay, so yeah, so we want them to float to the left, but we also want social container, and I'm gonna say p. No, I want inside of the columns, so it's going to be call1 p, call2 p, and call3 p. I forgot the line in here. I want all of them to have a display of inline block. Right, okay, now it's almost like we want, but still not exactly. I still have to put this inside of another div. Wow. If it's getting a bit complicated, just let me know, but I will try to explain this just in the end, so you guys know how we really break down everything, so everything is really nice and aligned. So I'm gonna put in here, so this class is gonna be line 1, and in here, yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same. I'm gonna do the same in here. Just get rid of these. I'm gonna close this div. going to push this inside. I'm going to do the same in here. Just push this inside. This one is ready, and now this one is almost ready. So I need to push this inside, put this div in here. Okay, now it's starting to show as we want. Probably I will have to get rid of some, get rid of this padding. Or I'll just give the same padding. Yeah, probably this is what I'm going to do. So in here we have these 33, 33, and yeah, it's getting there. Okay, so now, for example, in here we have on these paragraphs, this is automatically, if you go to computed, we have a margin top of 17. So if I go to our style.css and I target our social container I elements, I want the, is it the margin that we had in there? Yeah. So I'm going to put in here as well a margin of top 17 pixels. We refresh. Now it's the same height. Okay, it's looking better. Now we want to space them a little bit. So I can give a margin right of, let's say 20 pixels. I'm not sure if it's going to be too much or not. Yeah, probably is a bit too much. But we can increase the font size as well. I want the font size. This is for the actual size of the icons. Let's say 24 pixels for now. Yep, much better. Much better. Okay. I want our H2 to be centered on the page, so I need to do this. Why is this not working? Ah, right. Okay. Because it has to be on the, oops, it's not this that I want. I should put in here initially a class of contact section. So in here I should put on the top contact section, and I want the text align to be center. And I'm going to remove this text align from here. Yep, much better, much better. So, I want this to be text align left inside. Okay, yeah. In here, because whatever you put on your parent element is gonna inherit for all the children inside. So we are saying that in our contact section, which is in here, like our main parent element is gonna affect the contact me, which is like text align center. This is what we want, but then it was affecting all the rest. So we don't want that. We want the rest that is inside of this social container to have a text align left. So it's gonna display just like this. This is fine, fine, fine. So now let's build our next column, which will be with our phone number and just address and whatever for people who are contacting us, they know. So so if we go in here to our div with a class of call3, I'm gonna put like 3 paragraphs maybe. Just copy and paste. In here, I'm going to put something like 2034 example road. And in here, I'm going to put Manchester, my postcode, something like M10 5RT, my phone number. phone number. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just gonna have to close this. And finally, my email address. So email, I'm gonna put telmoasampaio@gmail.com. Let's save, refresh the page, and yeah, it's looking much better. Okay, so let's style this now so it looks a bit better. So first of all, our icons, we want to give them the same color that we had in here, this kind of a greenish color. Let me go in here to styles. What color? This is the color that we had in there, so we're going to use the same color. So if you go to social container I want to have this color. Let's refresh. Now they have this color in here. Now let's remove a little bit of these. Yeah, let's just remove this is what, padding bottom, or this is margin bottom. Okay, so on the column 3, on the paragraphs, I want the margin bottom to be 0. Margin bottom to be 0. Yep, it looks much better. What else? I think we can even yeah, I think it's too much still. Let's just give a margin top of maybe, let's say, 7 pixels, so it's a bit more closer, this text. Yeah, I think it's better now. Something is missing in here. Oh, right, because I put this in here like Manchester. Okay, now is much better. So we got these. Let's put now let's give now some color to our titles that we have here: Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So for that, we can just like wrap this in a special element that we didn't use so far, which is called span. A span, as you guys will see, is just an element that you can use like to style some parts of the text, you know, somewhere. If you have some kind of paragraph or whatever, and you want to just like put some kind of special styling, you can just wrap the words inside of this span, and then you just give it a class. For example, text. I'm just going to put text bold. Okay, and I'm just going to copy this. Okay, I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste this in here the same. And here, I'm just going to close it. I'm going to do the same for the other two. Close this, and finally for this one, and close. Okay, now we go in here and we're going to put text bold. Was it the name that we gave? Yeah, text bold. We want the color to be the same color as just like this one. So if I go in here to style, this is going to be the color. Let's put in here, and we want the font weight to be bold. You refresh the page. Now we have this one is looking bold, so it's looking much better. Let's give this contact section the same color as this one in here. Which color was it? So this is the background color. Okay, so let's go to our contact section, put this color in there, refresh. Right, this is the same thing as before, guys. You see, it's not everything clear because all of these elements, they are floating. We need to clear the float. To clear the float, again, let's go. Contacts section after, just put this correctly. And we're going to put content empty string, and we're going to put display of block, and we're going to put clear both. Refresh. Now it's working fine. What else? What else? We still want, yes, we still want some padding on the top to be 50 pixels and a padding on the bottom to be 50 pixels as well. So we have some nice, yeah, we have some nice space. We need to put this kind of underline over our H2. So for that, let's just copy what we had from the previous. We're just going to paste this. It's exactly the same, so we just have to change the names to my to contact section, I mean. Let's refresh. So this is what we wanted. What else? What else? I think that let's put now the links, the actual links to these things. So for example, if we go here to this one, to the Twitter, let's put an anchor around this. So it's going to be href. So the previous links that we were using before, we never put any link or anything, but now we're going to fix everything, guys. So just take a closer look. And in here is going to be the link to our actual website. So for example, in here, I want to take this to my Twitter. So I don't know, my profile. Yeah, it's going to be like this, Dev Telmo. And I'm going to put inside of this anchor element my link. So if I refresh the page, look, now this changed it to a link, as you can see. If I click on it, bam, it opens a page to my let me just go back. It opens a page to my Twitter. So we need to do the same for the rest of them. So in here, if I'm going now, for example, for the Instagram, I'm going to put another href. And it's going to close when it says Empire Travels. And the link to my YouTube channel is going to be this one. I'm going to put in here and save. Okay. Now, oh, what's going on here? Now, if I refresh, here you go as well. This one is ready. If I'm going to click on it, it opened my YouTube channel, so it's fine. Oh, right, I put this on the wrong place. This was on the Instagram. Let's just cut this and put this on the YouTube itself in here. Just gonna close this. And my Instagram is this one. Where was my Instagram? Yeah, in here. So ahref. I'm gonna, oops, this autocomplete sometimes is annoying. We're gonna put this here. So it's fine. Let's refresh. If I click in here, yeah, it goes there. And now it's just missing my LinkedIn, I believe. So for my LinkedIn, ahref Okay, let's take this A that finishes in here and it goes in here. Refresh. We didn't give any link. Where was my LinkedIn? So I think this is the link to my LinkedIn, the URL I mean. Okay, where was it? Refresh, and if I press LinkedIn, it goes to my LinkedIn. Okay, so now we have all of these working. The contact me. So I think everything is working fine. You guys just have an actual example. If people they want to get in touch with you, follow you or whatever, you have here now a nice contact me. So since this is finished, now we just miss the footer. So let's build the footer now, because I think these kind of videos are getting too long. So I'm just like trying to finish this, and this is just an example because I'm going to build so many more websites, you know. Okay. So now footer. I'm going to put footer section, and for that, oh, I'm sorry. Let me just go back a little bit and explain all of these. That yeah, probably was a bit. I don't know if I did go like too fast or not. So I'll just try to explain first. In here, on this section, first of all, I created a div. You know, a div to this is a container for all the section. I'm just going to get rid of this. Our div with a class contact section, and then inside of this div I'm going to have a h2 in here, which is a title like I explained in previous videos, and the h1, h2, h3, they all display block. It's a CSS property that when they are display block, they take the full width of the page. So for that, there is no other elements next to it. That's why it's right there in the center. And I wanted to center it. So to center it, I came here to my contact section and I said, okay, whatever is inside of my contact section, which is all of this section in here in gray, as you can see, I want it to have a text align of center. Perfectly fine, yeah? I gave it a background color and some padding on the top and on the bottom in here. Padding on the top and on the bottom. Right. Then I created this h2 like I showed you in here. And then I created, what else? I created a paragraph, no, a social container. So this social container is going to be a div that is going to have 80% of the page. So that's why we have like some space around here on the left and on the right. So I said it's going to just have a width of 80% of the container. So that's why it's taking this space and leaving this space in here on the left and right like empty. And I said it's going to have, where is this? Social container margin 0 auto. So this is just like to center the div on the page. And then inside of this div social container that is in here, I'm going to put a paragraph. A paragraph by default is also display block, so it doesn't let anything to sit next to it. Let me just get in here this one. The developer tools. If we select this, look, it's selected. It means that, look at this, he's taking the full width of this parent container. You see? And then under it, I will create another div, one with a class call1, another one with a class call2, and another one with a class call3. All of them with a width of 33.33333 of the parent container. So they will be like well spaced out. And inside of that, I want to have a div with a class line1. So this is going to be inside of a div. So they are well nice aligned in just a line. And then I'm going to put another div in here to put these two. That will have a class of I and a paragraph. And I just do the same for both of them. So that's why they look very nice and, you know, just next to each other. So it's fine, I guess. All of these I think I explained already in previous videos, so you guys should understand by now. So let's go to the footer section. So for the footer section, we can actually use a HTML element called footer. Using this is the same like I'm using a div. It's exactly the same, but I can actually give it a name of footer because it's available on HTML5. So why not use it? So in here, inside of the footer, I'm going to have a div. And this div is going to have a class of footer text. And inside of here, I'm going to have a paragraph. And this paragraph is going to have copyright. So if you want to put some kind of HTML symbols, I'm going to put HTML copyright. If you don't know, you just search on Google something like this. Look, it's already in here, the code for it. I'm going to put in here this one. Copyright 2017. All rights reserved. Developed by, oh, let me just put in here, I don't know if you guys have seen, developed by Telmo Sampaio. Let's refresh the page and see. Yep, there you go. This is what we want. And I'm going to put now a break tag in here, another BR. And I'm going to put in here made with, and I'm going to put an I because I want to put a heart. Let's see if we can find a heart. There you go. There is a heart in here. Class of this one. Made with love in Manchester, UK. Okay, let's refresh the page, and this is what we get so far. So it looks quite good. Okay, now we need as well a div. And this div in here is going to have a class. It's going to have a class of social, just social. And in here, I'm going to put all my social links. So I'm going to put this I'm going to put like 4 probably. Okay, it's going to be the same thing like in here, so we can just like copy this. Yeah, something like this. I'm going to copy because it's just to save time. So we got the Twitter, now we need the Instagram. We got the LinkedIn. And what else? Is missing the YouTube, I guess. Yeah, just missing the YouTube now. Okay, let's refresh the page. It's in there. Great, great, great. Okay, now because of this, we want this section in here to be floating to the right and this one floating to the left. But first of all, let's just create a section in here for the footer. Let's give it a name of footer. Footer, and I'm going to target the footer, and I want the background color to be something like this gray, but a bit more. So we can just click in here and yeah, something like this probably. So it's going to be this color. Let's give this color, close, and just refresh the page. Okay, that's all right. What we have in here, that's all right. Okay, so look. Let's try to fix this in here, because a lot of you guys, you get this problem all the time. So let's see what's the problem in here. We can see that if we select in here our footer, if we go to computed, there is no margins or borders. So why there is this kind of gap in here? What's going on? So inside of our footer, we got this div, and then we actually have this paragraph inside of our div with a class of footer text that is pushing the other content away. So we can actually just get rid of that with a, if we get this footer text, you see, I'm going to show you in here again. This P in here, this paragraph, is actually with a margin top of 17 that is causing the contact me section to be pushed away, and we don't want that. Let's clear that. So it's a footer text, and it's going to be a paragraph inside, and I want the margin top to be 0. Let's refresh, and it's gone. Now we also want all our text. We want all the text inside of our footer to be this color. Let's see if we can see it now. Yeah, now we can see it. Okay. I want actually also my heart in here to be red. So I'm going to put footer, and I is going to be the I inside of the footer. I want the color to be red. Oh, right. I'm targeting all of them. Okay, so for that, I need to say it's inside of the footer text. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to put in here footer text I. Now I should target just only this one. Actually, I'm going to give it like a color of white, maybe. I don't know how does it look like, but let's try. This is like part of, you know. Okay. Now let's just like float this one to the left and this one to the right. So for that, I want this footer text to be floating to the left, and I want the, what's the name of the other one? Social. Okay, I want my social to be floating to the right. Refresh, and now it's on the right, and now this is on the left. Right, this is quite good. This is what we want. But as you can see, now we don't have the background color. That's because of the floatings. You know, we need to clear the floats all the time. So our parent container, which is this one, let's say again, footer, and it's going to be after. I want a content of empty display block, and I want it to have what, clear both. Yeah, clear both. Refresh, and there you go. Now we have what we wanted. Let's give some actual let's give some paddings here on the footer. So on the footer, I want to have some padding, maybe like 10 pixels on the top and bottom, and maybe 30 pixels on the right and left. So if we refresh, now it's a bit better. Yeah, much better. Okay, so there is still some padding in here, margin on the bottom. So let's try just now to center this a little bit. So for that, I'm actually gonna say in here, let's select this. So this is yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. In my footer paragraph, I'm gonna say that the margin on the bottom is gonna be also 0. Okay. And so now it looks better. But I think we can give it a little bit more of padding. Let's say 20 pixels, because I don't think we need a little bit more of space. Yeah, it looks a bit better. Maybe this one even 40 pixels. Yeah, it looks better. And now this one in here, we can push it away from the top a little bit as well. So social, I'm gonna have a margin top of let's say 20 pixels. Yeah, I think it's too much. But let's increase the size of our icons in there, our social icons. So I want the font size. I want the font size to be let's say 25 pixels. Yup, much better. Much better. So we can take this margin top maybe now 15 pixels. Even less. Let's say 12. Yup, it's better. Now, now let's give it some margin on the right of maybe let's say 15 pixels. I don't know if it's going to be too much, but let's try. Okay, now they are well spaced out. Now they are well spaced out. And let's try to do some kind of hover effect on them as well. So probably I'm gonna have to do this padding. Let's see, 10 pixels on the top and 20 on the right and left. Let's just remove this margin for now and see. Yeah, okay, let's give it another 10. Okay, so this is good. This is good so far. Let's say when we hover this, the background color, no, just now the color first. Let's say the color is going to be white when we hover. Yeah, that's much better. And let's give it a background color. So if we put in here background color of the same as the footer, so probably this one. Background color of this one. Refresh the page. All right, you can't see it. It has to be a bit darker. Probably is this one. Yeah. Let's refresh now. Yeah, so this is what we wanted. And we just want now the transition to be all 0.5 seconds and with ease. That's good. It's all looking good. And yeah, just missing now the links. the links in here. So if I put ahref, I'm gonna put this in here, in here, in here, in here, and same in here. Now we can put the links the same like we did before. I'm gonna put this, for example, for my YouTube in here. If you go now to our Twitter, it's gonna be the same thing. Just gonna copy all of these. If we go in here and we're just gonna put this one and we're gonna save, refresh. If you click it, bam, it goes to my Twitter. And that should be it, guys. So let's do the same for the Instagram. Just gonna copy these and paste it down here. And what's missing now? The LinkedIn. Okay, so this is what's going to happen to the LinkedIn. Okay, let's indent this correctly so we have everything well, nice and tidy. Refresh the page. And there you go. There's missing something in here. Okay, so right, now it's not showing correctly because we need to do AI. Okay. So because we already clicked this, and we want to say like this. Visited. This is visited like after you click a link. The color is gonna still be the same. What was the color? I think the color was still this one. So I'm just gonna put this in here. Color, refresh, there you go. Now it's all the same. If you try to click it, it goes to the page. And this is what we want. All right, guys, I think this was like a really long tutorial. I don't know. I'm sorry if it was like too long, but I just try to cover all of the basics, you know, like how you can build a portfolio, because some of you out there that you are starting out, you still don't even know how to build a portfolio, you know. So I just gave you an example in here. I try to explain the basics without, you know, you are just like learning stuff without actually using them. So I try to build this one and just using some HTML and CSS skills, so you guys can just like get it while building it. And yeah, that's it, guys. So probably now the next tutorials I'm going to do is going to be about JavaScript, and I hope they will be useful for some of you at least, you know. It's also good for me because I'm just like refreshing some of these concepts. And yeah, I really hope you guys like this kind of series. I'm planning in doing much more. Like I said, some JavaScript tutorials, some CSS as well. I'll probably do as well like about Sass, Bootstrap. There's so many things out there that you can use, and for all of you out there that you are starting out, you still think that this is too hard, or but it's not, you know. If you take something simple and you just start building something, you will see that it's actually easy, but you have to put on the work, you know. So yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Thank you so much for all of your comments, for all of your support. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.